Hello. So, we're gonna read a couple books. I have The Runaway Bunny by Margaret Wise Brown, pictures by Clement Hurd, and Dancing Through Fields of Color. The story of Helen Frankenthaler. I might be saying that wrong, sorry. I don't know who that is. By Elizabeth Brown, illustrations by Amy Sakura. We can start with this one. It says, what if color could be the painting? At a time when girls were taught to color inside the lines, Helen Frankenthaler liked to break the rules. She let her colors dance and swirl, running free on her canvas. Each color was a reminder of a memory or an emotion. Helen Frankenthaler became a leading artist of the abstract expressionist movement in the 1950s and is widely credited with launching what became known as color-field painting. As she experimented with technique, she developed the soak-stain method, which involved pouring paint onto the canvas and controlling its flow with a variety of tools, such as brushes and sponges of all shapes and sizes. Frankenthaler's paintings can be seen in almost every museum of art in the United States. Dancing Through Fields of Color explores the early life of Helen Frankenthaler and inspires children to pick up their paintbrushes and see the color and the world in their own beautiful way. I love them. At a time when girls were taught to... okay. So it's the story of this girl. At a time when girls were taught to sit still, learn their manners, and color inside the lines, Helen Frankenthaler colored her reds, blues, and yellows any which way she chose. Helen never wanted to follow the rules. Look at her, coloring however she pleases, not according to any rules. When her mother called her to the dinner table, Helen continued painting watercolors of the sunset, shining through the apartment window. Instead of going to bed, Helen filled the sink with water. She dribbled in drops of ruby red nail polish and watched the color flow. When she let the water out, she loved to watch the colors swirl into shapes. During the summer vacations, Helen let the waves whoosh and whirl around her, sailing her body through the tides. When her father called her ashore, she wanted to keep circling, twisting, floating. It's Helen. While her older sisters were in school, Helen spent her days with her mother, who nurtured her dreams. Helen read and wrote stories, made collages, and created designs with glass beads, circles, hearts, and stars, and brilliant colors. She painted pictures and cards for birthdays and anniversaries filled with all the colors of happiness: purple, yellow, and pink. Helen's father worked long days as a judge. She couldn't wait for him to come home each day. He took her wherever she wanted to go. This might be a little longer than I realized, so I might skip. Helen found comfort in painting seascapes. The blues and greens reminded her of summer days with her family at the beach. She made pictures of her trips to the country with bursts of orange gold paints that warmed her face like the sun. Soon, Helen's happiness disappeared entirely. When she was 11, her father died. Aw. Helen missed him so much that her sadness caused pounding headaches. She struggled in school. Helen tried painting, but nothing came out. Her canvases remained blank, her world of colors and light dark. But colors lived in her mind, floating and shifting like the shapes she made in childhood. Staring at every color in her paint box, memories came back to her. Look, Periwinkle, the feathery whisper of her father's encouragement. Ochre, the warmth of her father's hand as they strolled in the country. Cobalt and crystal, the summer's splashing in the ocean's waves. Helen began to paint again, and eventually her art healed her. Aww. Art healed her. That's special. Helen followed the rules well enough to succeed in school and go to college to study painting. Her professor wanted colors separated with thick, black lines, her brush marks and planes arranged across her canvas to create depth and space. Helen loved college, but longed to paint what she felt inside. Painting feelings couldn't be contained in black lines or organized into clear shapes or objects. Helen dreamed of setting her colors free like she was a child, running without boundaries. No lines, no rules, just painting what she felt. She searched for more. After college, Helen moved back to New York, where many artists were exploring forms, lines, and shapes differently. They overlapped. Bands of color thought more about geometry and painted larger and larger pictures. Helen met an artist named Jackson Pollock, whose paintings hung in the museums and galleries. The art world called him the greatest living painter in the United States. Reviewers celebrated him, fans loved him. When Helen saw his work, she marveled at how he splattered and dribbled his paints on canvas, tackled to the studio floor. Critics called Helen's work too sweet in color, too lyrical, too ladylike. What does that even mean? She worked longer and harder at her paintings, drawing strength from her memories of the country and sea. She wanted to leap into her colors, feel the colors, and be the colors. Art never let her down. Helen traveled to Nova Scotia to get away. As she walked through the fields, colors swirled around her. Cerulean blue and coral cascaded down. Mountains of saffron and gold, rose pink and lavender rippled across the sky. Spring green and vermilion gushed through the sea waves. She got her inspiration back. Helen grabbed a bucket of crimson and poured, setting her colors free. They ran and rushed. The colors turned into memories. Helen imagined the mountain peaks of Nova Scotia with her arms. She remembered the sea's waves with her wrist. With a sweep of her arm, she splashed green like sea foam. Colors jutted across the painting, merged and connected like rivers into oceans. colors into feelings. Wherever the paint landed was the perfect place to be. Winding, turning, spinning. Oranges and reds tangoed, corals pirouetted, pinks ply. I'm not saying that right. Yellows and blues sashayed, winding, turning, spinning. When she was done, Helen danced in that field, free among all the shimmering colors of her life, extending, reaching beyond the painting into forever. More about Helen. That's Helen. Oh. She accomplished a lot. I love that she used art to help heal her of the grief of her father's passing. It's such a gift when you can find a passion that can help you with that. I love her scarf just flowing in the wind. All the drippings of different paint colors. She poured the crimson this guy's painting. Colored and colored, painted and painted. All that she felt and all that she was reminded of in nature, the beach, in different landscapes. different buildings and all the different colors. Walking with her family in the park. Central Park. Floating in the water, twisting, circling, circling in the water, twisting, floating. Birdie, birdie. Helen doing her own thing, pursuing her passion, dancing through the fields of the end. I love how she's like mopping the whole, using a whole mop to paint, you know. Okay. Maybe we can read through the bunny one real quick. Let's see. I can't remember. Maybe we can do a shorter one. Let's look. Okay. Let's go ahead and read this one. Bark George. Barkgeorge. By Jules Pfeiffer. Look at the little doggy. George's mother said, "Bark, George." George went, "Meow." How silly. "No, George," said George's mother. "Cats go meow, dogs go arf. Now bark, George." George went, "Quack, quack." Quack, quack. Quack, quack. "No, George," said George's mother. "Ducks go quack, quack. Dogs go arf. Now bark, George." George went, "Oink." "No, George," said George's mother. "Pigs go oink. Dogs go arf. Now bark, George." George went, "Moo." Silly George. And George's mother took George to the vet. "I'll soon get to the bottom of this," said the vet. "Please bark, George." George went, "Meow." The vet reached deep down inside of George. Tut, tut, tut. And pulled out a cat. Oh my goodness. Pulled out a whole cat. Bark again, George. George went, quack, quack. The vet reached deep, deep down inside of George. Dut, dut, dut. And pulled out a duck. He pulled out a whole duck. Bark again, George. George went, oink. The vet reached deep, deep, deep down inside of George. Dut, dut, dut. And pulled out a pig. He pulled out a whole pig. And back again, George. George went, moo. No, not back. Bark. Bark again, George. George went, moo. The vet put on his longest latex glove, then reached deep, 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 deep down. Let's see. He reached deep, 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 deep down inside of George. Dot, dot, dot. His mom's like, oh my goodness, what in the world did George swallow this time? A whole dang cow. Oh my goodness, how did that fit inside George's belly? Pulled out a cow. His mom's like rolling, like, what did my son do? How did that cow fit in his belly? How did that get there? Bark again, George. He's like, I can't take any more. George went, arf. He's so happy. They're all so happy. His mom's like, thank goodness. He's barking like a normal dog again. George's mother was so thrilled that she kissed the vet. Dot, dot, dot. She gets in the vet. So cute. Look in the vet. And the cat and the duck and the pig and the cow. She kissed them all. Her doggy lick kisses. Doggy lick kisses. On the way home, she wanted to show George off to everyone on the street. So she said, bark, George. All the people on the street. I wonder, is he gonna bark? I don't know. Let's see. He said hello. Does that mean he ate all those people? That's a lot of people to eat. That's hilarious. Too funny. The end. Quick little read. Bark, George. Cute. Cute. Cute little doggy George. I don't know how he swallowed all those animals, but he looks so cute though. Cute little George. Okay. That's it. I hope y'all enjoyed, and I will catch y'all next time. Bye.